The rain pounded against the windshield like a relentless drumbeat, blurring the world outside into a watery haze. Mike gripped the steering wheel tighter, glancing at his daughter Lily in the passenger seat. She was humming softly, her small hands clutching a worn teddy bear. But then, through the storm, he saw it. The sleek black Mercedes pulled over on the desolate highway shoulder, hazard lights flashing like desperate beacons. A woman stood beside it, soaked and frustrated, her designer coat clinging to her frame. Little did Mike know, this chance encounter would unearth a love lost decades ago, leading to tears and a whisper that changed everything. "I know you from somewhere." Stick around till the end, folks. This story will tug at your heartstrings and remind you why second chances are worth believing in. If it moves you, smash that like button and subscribe for more emotional tales that hit home. Mike Thompson was a man who'd seen better days. At 45, he ran a small auto repair shop in the sleepy town of Willow Creek, barely scraping by after his wife Sarah's sudden passing from cancer 3 years earlier. Lily, now 10, was his world, the bright-eyed girl with her mother's curly hair and infectious laugh. They lived simply in a modest bungalow, where Mike fixed neighbors' cars during the day and helped Lily with homework at night. Money was tight, bills piled up like autumn leaves, and Mike often skipped meals to ensure Lily had new shoes or school supplies. But he never complained. "We've got each other, kiddo," he'd say, ruffling her hair. That rainy afternoon, they were heading home from picking up parts when the Mercedes caught his eye. Pulling over felt instinctive. Mike wasn't one to leave anyone stranded, especially in a downpour. "Stay in the truck, Lil," he instructed, grabbing his toolbox from the back. Lily nodded, peering curiously through the window. The woman by the car turned as he approached, her face a mix of relief and annoyance. She was striking, elegant features framed by wet auburn hair, expensive jewelry glinting even in the gray light. "Thank goodness," she said, her voice polished with a hint of an urban accent. "I've been here for half an hour. AAA is backed up, and my phone's dying." Mike nodded, popping the hood. "Name's Mike. Let's see what we've got." As he tinkered, checking the battery and alternator, the woman introduced herself as Elena Voss. She was a successful real estate mogul from the city, en route to a conference when her car sputtered to a halt. "Figures it'd happen in the middle of nowhere," she muttered, shivering under her coat. Lily, unable to contain her curiosity, cracked the window and waved. "Hi. My dad's the best fixer ever." Elena smiled faintly, waving back. "Lucky me, then." The fix wasn't complicated, a loose battery cable exacerbated by the rain. Mike worked methodically, his calloused hands moving with the ease of years in the trade. As he tightened the connections, Elena chatted to pass the time. "You do this for a living?" she asked. "Yeah, own a shop back in town." "Nothing fancy like this beauty," he replied, gesturing to her Mercedes. Their conversation flowed easily, about the weather, the road, even Lily's school projects. But something nagged at Mike. Elena's laugh, the way she tilted her head, it stirred a distant memory, like a song half remembered. Lily hopped out once the rain eased, offering Elena a granola bar from her backpack. "You look cold. Want this?" The gesture melted Elena's guarded demeanor. "Thank you, sweetie. You're very kind." As Mike slammed the hood shut, testing the engine, it roared to life. He wiped his hands on a rag and met her eyes properly for the first time. That's when it hit him. The curve of her smile, the freckle on her cheek. His heart skipped. "All set," he said, his voice steady despite the turmoil inside. Elena thanked him profusely, insisting on paying. Mike waved it off. "No charge. Just pay it forward someday." But as she reached for her wallet anyway, Mike hesitated. "Elena Voss? That your married name?" She paused, puzzled. "No, it's my maiden name." "Why?" He swallowed hard, the words tumbling out in a whisper that cut through the fading rain. "I know you from somewhere." Her eyes widened, searching his face. Recognition dawned like a sunrise, and tears welled up instantly. "Michael? Michael Thompson? From high school?" Flashback to 28 years earlier, Willow Creek High, where Mike was the star quarterback with dreams of college scholarships, and Elena, then Elena Harper, was the bookish girl in his English class, with aspirations of escaping small-town life for the big city. They met during a group project on Shakespeare, bonding over late-night study sessions that turned into stolen kisses under the bleachers. She was his first love, the one who made his heart race with promises of forever. They dated through senior year, whispering plans of marriage and adventures. But life intervened. Elena won a full scholarship to an Ivy League school, while Mike's family farm hit hard times, forcing him to stay and work. "I can't leave them," he'd said. "And I can't stay," she'd replied, tears streaming. They parted with heartbreak, Elena moving to the city, building her empire, marrying briefly but divorcing childless, always wondering, what if? Mike nodded now, his own eyes misting. "It's me, Ellie." The old nickname slipped out, and she gasped, covering her mouth. Lily watched, confused but sensing the gravity. "Dad? You okay?" Elena stepped closer, her voice trembling. "I thought I'd never see you again. After I left. I regretted it every day." The roadside turned into a confessional. Mike admitted his life hadn't gone as planned, meeting Sarah in his 20s, building a family, only to lose her too soon. "But Lily, she's my everything." Elena shared her side, the corporate climb, the loneliness atop her success. "I have houses, cars, but no one to share it with. I always wondered about you." The emotional depth hit like a wave. Challenges surfaced in their raw conversation. Mike's grief over Sarah had left him guarded, afraid to love again for fear of loss. "I can't risk hurting Lily," he confessed. Elena's regret was a heavy chain, leaving Mike had been her biggest mistake, fueling a life of ambition over connection. "I thought success would fill the void, but it didn't." Lily, wise beyond her years, tugged at her dad's sleeve. "She seems nice, Dad. Like Mom would want you to be happy." The innocence of a child pierced the barriers. As the sun peeked through the clouds, resolution began to form. Elena insisted on following them back to town for coffee, refusing to let this moment slip away. At the local diner, over steaming mugs, they talked for hours. Lily colored pictures, occasionally chiming in with questions that lightened the mood. "Were you boyfriend and girlfriend?" she asked, wide-eyed. Mike chuckled. "Yeah, kiddo. A long time ago." Elena laughed through tears. "And he was the best." The plot deepened with relatable hurdles. Mike's shop was on the brink of closure, debts from Sarah's medical bills loomed like storm clouds. Elena, upon hearing, offered help not as charity but partnership. "Let me invest. We could expand it." Mike balked at first, pride stinging. "I don't need handouts." But Lily's plea, "Dad, it's okay to let people help," softened him. Elena faced her own challenge, vulnerability. She'd built walls in her high-powered world, but here, with Mike, they crumbled. "I left once. I won't again," she vowed. Days turned to weeks. Elena extended her stay, commuting from the city. She bonded with Lily over baking cookies and bedtime stories, filling a maternal void neither knew they needed. Mike showed her the town, the old high school, the lake where they'd shared their first kiss. Emotions ran high during a quiet evening walk. "I never stopped loving you," Mike admitted under the stars. Elena's tears flowed freely. "Me neither. This is our second chance." The story paced steadily, building tension through small conflicts, Mike's fear of change, Elena's demanding job pulling her away. A key challenge arose when Elena's ex-husband, a jealous businessman, surfaced with threats to sabotage her if she threw it all away for some mechanic. Mike stood firm. "We're in this together." They resolved it united. Elena cut ties, choosing heart over hustle. Lily's role added warmth. She faced her own mini-challenge, jealousy over sharing her dad. But Elena's gentle inclusion, teaching her to change a tire, sharing stories of Mike's youth, won her over. "You're like a bonus mom," Lily said one night, hugging her. As the narrative crested, inspiration bloomed. Mike's shop thrived with Elena's investment, becoming a community hub. They rekindled their romance slowly, marrying in a simple ceremony by the lake, with Lily as flower girl. The family blended seamlessly, proving love's resilience. In the end, as they drove that same highway months later, Mike whispered, "I knew you from somewhere, my heart." Elena smiled, tears of joy this time. The message rang clear: life's roads may diverge, but kindness and fate can reunite souls. Second chances aren't just possible, they're transformative. Embrace them, forgive the past, and open your heart. If this story touched you, like and subscribe, your support keeps these inspiring tales coming. Who knows? Your own second chance might be just around the bend.